So we got a tier list right here of some of the mainstream Opium albums. Opium is Cardi's label, consisting of Cardi, Destroy Lonely, Ken Carson, and Homicide Gang. I've reacted to all four of them on the channel at some point before. I really like their music, just to put it simply. I really like their music. These are some of their more well-known projects, so nothing too obscure, you know. So we got all of their mainstream albums. Actually, let me do the big screen for this. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so I'm finna rank them. I'm finna give my thoughts. I'm about to rank these, and we will probably see an argument in the comment section when I put this on YouTube. But yeah. Let me see. All right, so we're gonna start with Whole Lotta Red. Whole Lotta Red came out December 24th, 2020. After 3 long years. And when it first came out, I thought it was absolutely trash. I wasn't trying to hear none of it. Like Whole Lotta Trash was trending on Twitter. Like Whole Lotta Trash was trending on Twitter. Look, don't mock me, don't judge me. Look, Whole Lotta Trash was trending on Twitter. It was hilarious. Like nobody was messing with the album, but it grew on me a little bit. Now, I still think it's way too long. It's like 24 tracks long. It didn't need to be that long at all. Like there's actually garbage on, like some of Cardi's worst songs are on that album. Like dead serious. King Vamp, garbage song. Go to the Moon, it's decent. I wish they would have stuck with the I guess it's a Dracula sample or whatever it was through the whole beat. Like that was the best part. That was the best part. Rockstar Made could have been better. Metamorphosis with Kid Cudi was garbage. That's like a terrible song. Whole Lotta Red. Overall, I'm gonna put it in a B. Okay, it's a B tier album. It really could have been better, especially with some of the leaks that he look. The leaks for the different versions of the album, because it's like 4 versions of the album, okay? He was working on this from like 2019 through 2020. It's 4 versions of the albums. Some of the leaks, generational. Some of his best music ever. This album, what we got, is cool for what it is, but it could have been way better, honestly. So, next we got X by Ken Carson, not the deluxe. Just a normal one. X, when I first heard X, it was garbage too. I wasn't feeling it, but this grew on me heavy. I really like this one now. I really like X now. I like some of my personal favorite songs on there are Shoot. I think that's a deluxe song though, Shoot. But it's a great song. Freestyle 2 and 3, best songs ever from him. New and Gems, Intro, the last song, The End. The title track X, great songs. And the deluxe is great too. Like Shoot, Lookbook, 2 of my favorite songs. Look, I'm gonna go ahead and put X in the A tier. Like, definitely a great debut album from Ken Carson. Honestly, great debut album. Okay, so next we got Self-Titled by Playboi Carti. It's self-titled because it's his name, Playboi Carti. That's the name of the mixtape. I don't like this mixtape at all. I don't. It's a couple songs on there that I do come back to from time to time. Like I listen to Location every once in a while, like for a nostalgia trip. Magnolia was a time. Like that was a whole era. That's the song that blew him and Pierre up for real. Magnolia, great. Woke Up Like This with Uzi, great track. I listen to that often. But there are songs on there that are just garbage, okay? Like the first half of Flex is trash, the second half of Flex is generational. Like that, the second half of Flex is his best song ever. Like if if I could just every time I played the song just immediately skip to the second half, it would be the best song from him. New Chopper, his verse on New Chopper was trash, the hook is trash. Rocky washed him on that track. Looking is garbage. I don't know why people like that song. It's just that album could have been, that mixtape could have been way better than what we got. Even the leaks from that era, there are some way better leaks, like 2900. That's a great song. I I guess if he wasn't beefing with Uno the Activist and Thousand Band Fonnie, we could have had better tracks on there. Because that was around the time I'm guessing that split up happened. Because I remember hearing some leaks with both of them from that era. Like, if money ain't involved, that's look, great song. But I'm gonna go ahead and put self-titled in the C category. C category. It's C. Like it's got something I can come back to, you know? Now, we got Snotty World Deluxe by Homicide Gang. It's interesting. Their deluxe projects are like just different projects. It's just a different project because the original Snotty World is like 5 or 6 different songs than this one. I didn't mean to put that there. But this is actually really good for how short it is. Like 4 out of the 6 songs I come back to. I think it's 6 songs on there. Don't quote me on that. But it's like 4 of them that I come back to on the regular. Some of their biggest songs are on here. That track Gunna with R5, that's one of their biggest tracks that was on there. Look, this, for being what it is, I'm gonna put it in a B tier. Like, I think it could have been a little bit longer. It could have been like 10 tracks, you know. It could have been a little bit longer, but that's getting into album territory. But it is still great for how short it is. Like, that's my only thing. I just wish it was a little bit longer. Maybe a couple more features, because I think it's only like 2 or 3 songs with features on there. So I would like to hear more from them, like as far as like working with other artists, because they don't really work with that many people. Same, well, not same for this one. I got thoughts on this one. Snot or Not. I was talking about this in the Homicide Gunna video when I reacted to his little EP. Snot or Not, that album, I think this album is mid, like beyond mid. Like, honestly, when it came out, I was gonna do a video on it. I had everything set up, right? I had the camera ready, OBS open, MacBook ready, about to press record, Apple Music just open, album about to play. And I was like, I played the first track and it was garbage and I couldn't do it. It was garbage. Like, I re-listened to that album so many times and only a couple songs are good. Like, this easily could have been a deluxe to their previous album. It really could have. Like, they could have taken 5 songs off of this, made a Homicide Lifestyle Deluxe, and then went on tour. They didn't have to make this album. Like, it's only a few songs, like Uzi Work, Block Work, right? ADHD is decent. Like, it's only good sometimes. I lied in that video. Like, I said it was good back then because it was my first time hearing it. But like, after hearing it multiple times, it's easily like one of the worst on the album. I think Flights Booked is a decent track. But it's only a few good songs on there. So sadly, Snot or Not goes in the D category. Not sadly though, like it deserves a D. If it was an F category on here, that's where it would be. F. Sucks. Project X though. Project X, I really like Project X. This is actually like a tribute to the movie Project X. That's where Ken said he got the inspiration from. As you can see by the album cover, is basically a 1-to-1 of the movie poster. I've never seen that movie, but apparently it's good enough to make an album, I guess. But it's actually it's a really good project. It's Ken's best project to me. It's his best project to me. Like, if I really liked X, I really like Project X. And this is coming from somebody who didn't like Ken Carson like last year. I didn't like him last year like that. Like, I liked Lone, yeah, but I wasn't like a Ken Carson fan. I wouldn't call myself that. But now, like, I'm a fan of his music. I'm looking forward to when he drops, if he drops, because he might not. Like, that Lion stuff is not cool, man. Don't do that. But Project X, my favorite song on there is Run Plus Ran. I really like Rock and Roll. I really like the title track Project X. Change is a good, or is Change on there? Yeah, Change is on there. Clutch is on there. Yeah, great album. Or not even an album, it's a mixtape. Another A tier for Ken Carson. Another A tier for Ken Carson. Next, we got No Stylist. No Stylist by Destroy Lonely was a moment when it came out. I regret not making a video when I listened to this album. I really do. This is easily, that's kind of, out of everything that's on his Apple Music profile right now, No Stylist is probably his best project. Probably his best project, definitely. No Stylist, my favorite song. Well, I really like all the songs on there. I went to the tour. I had the time of my life. I came back with COVID-19. I was sick for like 3 weeks. But hey, y'all seen the video. Y'all saw how good the show was. Like the tour intros and everything, magnificent. I really hope that if he goes on tour for If Looks Could Kill, he probably won't though, since he's going on tour with Cardi. But if he goes on tour for If Looks Could Kill, I hope he come back here. I would love to see just that album live. Like instead of him being the opener, I just want to hear that album live. That would be awesome. So No Stylist, I'm gonna safely put in the A tier. No Stylist goes in the A tier. Next is Homicide Lifestyle. I did not mean to put that. This is actually a good album though. That's their debut album under Opium. Their first project under Opium was Snotty World Deluxe. Their debut album was Homicide Lifestyle, and that was really crazy. Like those 3 albums, like X, No Stylist, and Homicide Lifestyle coming out back to back to back is generational. Like they all dropped in the same like 3-4 month time span. But Homicide Lifestyle, when that came out, I didn't know what to expect. That first song, the first track, the intro, Lifestyle, probably the best song I done heard from them. Realistically speaking, that's their best song. Lifestyle is their best song. Like off of Lifestyle alone, I can put this calmly in A tier. Like that whole album though, top to bottom, just magnificent. They like all the features they worked with. Bigger Valley was good on there. I don't know why people was hating. Well, I do know why people don't like his voice like that. I think his voice unique. You just got to be on the right production for it though. Homicide Gunna was on there. He was walking on them beats. They had Destroy Lonely. They had Ken Carson. They had everybody they cool with on the project. Every song was good. It's a shame I didn't get to go to their tour because they did perform like the good songs from those 2 projects, Snotty Knot and Homicide Lifestyle. But yeah, they didn't come here. They went to Atlanta, and I didn't want to go to Atlanta. But yeah, so A tier for that. That's a really good album. Next, those 2 covers are actually kind of similar. Now that I think about it, I didn't notice that before. That's cool. Next is If Looks Could Kill, the album by Destroy Lonely. I did a video on that as well. That came out. It came out in May. Yeah, it came out in May. I have mixed opinions on this. Like when I did the video, I was feeling every song, right? Just because I hadn't heard that from him before, like that. You feel me? But now after listening to it for a few months, giving it time to sit, listening to all the songs, I can definitely say the album could have been shorter, and some of the songs that are on the CD and vinyl version should have been on the actual album. Like those shouldn't just be bonus songs. They really should have been on the album. And I definitely think instead of 26 tracks, 30 tracks total with the extra songs, it could have been like a 20 track album, and it would have been perfect. It would have been perfect. But the fact that it's too long and that some of the best songs are not even on streaming, like I had to go out of my way to wait for them to be leaked and then upload. Like everybody isn't gonna be able to hear look. I'm just gonna put this in B tier because that's what it's a B tier album. Okay, B tier album. It could have been shorter, it could have been better, but I still really, really, really like it. I think some of his best songs are on that project, like track 3. Really love track 3. Biggest Problem. Really love Biggest Problem. New Moment of Silence. How You Feel. His best tracks. Chris Paul. His best track. And last but not least is Die Lit, the best Playboi Carti album. This is actually his best album. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like R.I.P. Fredo, great songs. What song is that? What song is the one with Bryson Tiller? Fell in Love, great song. Bryson Tiller bodied that song, bodied it. That song with Chief Keef, what's it? Mileage, great song. I love Mileage. Even the leaks from that era were great. Like honestly, he did a great job with that track list. Shooter, probably my favorite song off that album. Like just the vibe Shooter gives me, immaculate song, immaculate. Like you can't help but go crazy to it, you know. And then Long Time as an intro is crazy. That Long Time as an intro is crazy. But anyway, I'm gonna put that in A tier. A tier. So we got 5 albums in A tier. We got 3 in B tier, 1 in C, and 1 in D. That's my tier list. For most of the projects, it obviously isn't every project. Like it's some older Ken Carson projects. There's some older Destroy Lonely projects, older Playboi Carti projects, older Homicide Gang project that aren't on here. But it is what it is.